Like a Virgin, Secrets They Won't Teach You at Business School. Written and read by Richard Branson. Business schools are wonderful places, and yet, in hindsight, I'm thankful I never went to one, assuming, that is, that any of them would have had me. The simple fact is that formal education and I were never really meant for each other. I suffered from an acute combination of dyslexia and what I suppose would nowadays be diagnosed as attention deficit disorder. When I went to Stowe School in the 60s, however, I was simply regarded as an inattentive and troublesome student. As a result, I think everyone from the headmaster down was probably rather relieved when I decided to drop out and pursue my dream, at that time, of publishing my own magazine. Had I pursued my education long enough to learn all the conventional do's and don'ts of starting a business, I often wonder how different my life and career might have been. Although the word was allegedly first coined in the 19th century, I certainly had no idea when I started my magazine and subsequent mail-order record business that I was also displaying some quite marked symptoms of something called entrepreneurship. While the word would have meant nothing to me then, it has since become pretty much the core of everything I have done for the last 40-plus years. The Virgin Group of companies has grown in some weird and wonderful ways that even I don't always quite understand. Sometimes I wonder if the fact I was never indoctrinated into the correct way of doing something is why, come what may, I seldom have trouble sleeping at night. I talk a lot in the articles I hope you're about to read about the important role I believe entrepreneurs have to play in this world, the creative juices that lead to entrepreneurs starting and reviving businesses, not only create employment, but also help tackle some of the many challenges facing our communities, society, and the planet. Entrepreneurs are innately curious people. This must be why I receive loads of mail from people all around the world asking all manner of questions on doing business, like a virgin. The following pages are a blend of responses to questions I have received, as well as an assortment of my written ramblings that have appeared in various publications around the world. The people who contact me tend to be looking for advice on everything from starting a new business to closing an old one, from hiring people to firing them, and the fun part, everything else in between. Given my well-known focus on business always being enjoyable and fun, the boundary between my work and my personal life does sometimes tend to blur a little. So too do the questions I receive. As I've never worked for anyone, this book is written through the eyes of a founder. However, the advice is pertinent for anyone faced with the challenges of working in a business or a company. 5 secrets to starting a business and making it work. There are 2 questions I get asked all the time. The most popular is, how did you come to name the business Virgin? And a close second is, what's your secret to successfully building businesses? The first is easy to answer, but the second one always takes some thinking about. The fact is, there's no one thing that characterizes Virgin's many successful ventures, or for that matter, what went wrong when we didn't get it right. Reflecting across 40 years, however, I've come up with 5 secrets of improving the chances of a new business surviving, and with luck, something we all need, flourishing. First, if you don't enjoy it, just don't do it. Starting a business takes huge amounts of hard work and time, so you better enjoy doing it. When I started Virgin from a basement in West London, there was no great plan or strategy. I didn't set out to build a business empire. I simply wanted to create something people would enjoy using, have fun doing it, and at the end of the day prayed that it would make enough to pay the bills. For me, building a business is all about doing something to be proud of, bringing talented people together, and creating something that's going to make a real difference to other people's lives. Business people are not unlike artists. What you have when you start a company is a blank canvas. You have to fill it in. Just as a good artist has to get every single detail right on that canvas, a businessman or woman has to get every little thing right when first setting up in business in order to succeed. However, unlike a work of art, the business is never finished. It constantly evolves, and it's also not that easy to paint over your mistakes. If a business person sets out to make a real difference and achieves that objective, he or she will be able to pay the bills and have a successful business to boot. Secondly, be innovative. Create something different. Whether you have a product, a service, or a brand, it is not easy to start a company and to survive and thrive in the modern world. And
Sample complete. Ready to continue?